What's up, guys? It's the one and only, and I'm back. About time, finally. I've been gone for 6 dang weeks. I didn't have my microphone. I had to get my microphone. You already know. I had to take a break. I got my first paycheck from machinima. About time. I was just taking a chill pill. 6-week break. I've taken a lot of breaks in my YouTube, I guess, career, you could say. I don't know why, but I'm gonna try to stay consistent, stay back. All right, but today I got something really interesting to talk about. Now today, in my speech and debate class, yeah, I'm in high school, we were talking, and I don't know how it came up, but the idea, or not the idea, but what came up was the Rugrats. Now, if you guys don't know the Rugrats, you guys are on the 90s babies, like me. Now, the Rugrats, it was a little cartoon show. Everybody loved it. I know I loved it. I was in love with it. Then I loved All Grown Up, the grown-up version of, oh my god, that was alright, yeah. But, Rugrats, we were talking about it, and there's an actual theory. And they say it's a theory, but some other people say that it's an actual interview with the writer. And it really blew my mind, and actually kind of made me sad when I actually read about it. So I'm going to read it to you guys, and hopefully it can connect to you guys. Maybe you guys like Rugrats. Maybe you guys heard of it. Maybe you guys watched it. Hopefully you guys watched it. But yeah, so if you guys haven't heard it, be prepared to have your mind blown. Be prepared to be saddened. Alright, I'm going to read it straight off of Yahoo. Yahoo Answers, actually. Alright, it says, the Rugrats were a figment of Angelica's imagination. Now, Angelica was the mean girl that nobody liked. I didn't like her. Little blonde. God, I hate her. But it says that Chucky, which was the ginger redhead, he actually died a long time ago with his mother. Doesn't say why. And it says that's why Chucky's dad, Chaz, is a nervous wreck all the time. It says Tommy was the best baby. It was the coolest one with the little alfalfa hair sticking up. It says Tommy was a stillborn. He died as soon as he born. That's why Stu, which is his dad, is constantly in the basement making toys for the son who never had a chance to live. Which makes a lot of sense. And it says the DeVilles, which are the family with the 2 ugly twin babies. It says the DeVilles had an abortion. It says Angelica couldn't figure out whether it would be a boy or a girl, thus creating the twins. So as you guys can see, this is all a part of Angelica's imagination. The whole story, the whole freaking show revolves around Angelica. Really makes me mad. It says, as for All Grown Up, Angelica was a bipolar schizophrenic who as a teenager became addicted to the various narcotics. It sounds pretty far-fetched, but bringing her back to her childhood, and thus her creation she obsessed over. Because of time lapse between the present and the last time she interacted with her creations, she made them older, which that's why All Grown Up came to be. It says Angelica was constantly taking hits of acid, so she would never have to live without her creations, who were her only company in a judgmental world. Angelica's mom actually died of heroin overdose. Wow. And it says Angelica was a schizophrenic, as we said before, because she was a crack baby. Additionally, Drew, in his depression, married a gold-digging whore. I guess Drew was her dad. So it says while he was depressed because her mom died, he married a gold-digging whore that Angelica idolized because she fooled herself into thinking that it was her real mom. But she always had the concept of her mom, which was actually the Barbie doll that she always carried around. And it said it was made after her mom's image by Cynthia, which was the gold digging whore. It says wearing an unwashed orange dress and having jack up hair. It was like missing one part of the hair. It had like 4 pieces and then one part was missing. Something. It says missing a jacked up part of the hair. That's why she was so attached to it, because it was actually her mom. And it says later in life she followed in her mom's footsteps with drugs and everything, dying of overdose at age 13. When All Grown Up was supposedly canceled. So actually, this was actually based off of a real person, which was probably the most craziest part to me. And it says the only Rugrat that was actually not fake was Dill, which was Tommy's little brother. It says, however, Angelica didn't know the difference between Dill and her creations. Dill didn't follow her commands after endless crying and refusal to disappear like the others did when Angelica was angry with them. So like, since they were a figment of their imagination, when she got angry, she just made them disappear and felt all better. But since she didn't know that Dill was also fake, she would get really mad when Dill wouldn't disappear. So it says that after endless crying and refusal to disappear like the others, she hit him. And when she hit him, screaming and screeching tune, Stu ran in, which was his dad, and pulled his niece off his only child. But it was too late. He had a brain hemorrhage. It said, which resulted in a deformation. As he grew up, his damage only became more evident. By the time he was 9 and all grown up, he lived as an outcast, being ridiculed for his weirdness and retardation. The immense guilt over this is what led her to her drug use, is what led Angelica to uncreate the Rugrats briefly until her experience with hallucinogenics. Crazy. And then, alright, so it says, if you guys seen the Rugrats movie, the Rugrats in Paris, it says, on a trip to Paris to find love, Chaz married a hooker named Kira. And it says he was actually going to marry a different hooker, but she just wanted him for his money. And it says Kira had a daughter named Kimmy that was torn from her because she was a cocaine addict. And it says Angelica imagined her from Kira's stories. He lost his mind after the death of his wife and was in denial that she was ever a prostitute. Upon return to America, Chaz and Kira married, and she got her green card because apparently she was in America. So it was actually a really happy romantic story. Kira continually struggled with addiction to cocaine, but was relatively happy with her life and Chaz. And then Susie, which was the nice black girl, that boss black girl, was Angelica's only real friend. Susie was real. It says, who entertained the thought of Angelica's creations for her. She later became a psychologist and teamed up with Nickelodeon to make the Rugrats. And it says, when Angelica died of drug overdose, she helped arrange her funeral. Angelica's death was sad because of her addiction. She was expelled from society, which led to a break with reality and her eventual death. She spent the last days of her life in the back of the school cafeteria, imagining friends around her and playing with the lives of her creations. It says, yes, the cartoon has the babies as real people because of adult interaction with them. But do you think Nickelodeon could have gotten an idea of Rugrats from this tragic storyline? And it makes a lot of sense because it seemed like Angelica was the only one that actually got in trouble when they were going on this, I guess, quote unquote, adventures. So it's really mind blowing. And I want you guys to go back, I guess go on YouTube, watch some clips of the Rugrats and tell me what you guys think in the comment section. But I'm back. I'm going to start making more commentaries. But for right now, I'm going to talk to y'all later. Deuces.